here in the Stugel Financial Arena as we take a look at the starting lineup for Coach John Wethington and company. Coach Wethington in his 34th season as the head coach of the Blue Raider program, assisted by former Blue Raiders Taryn Duncan, who had a terrific career, and Kiara Pankins. They will send out Claire Fleming, 5'6", freshman guard from Red Boiling Springs, Tennessee. Sydney Hall, 5'6", the senior guard from Hazard, Kentucky. Amelia Hodges, 5'6", the sophomore guard from Bardstown, Kentucky. Taylor Guest, 5'10", a freshman forward from Marion, Kentucky. And Lucy Patterson, 5'9", a junior forward from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Now for the Lady Tigers, Ginger Highcall in her 17th season. She will send out the usual suspects. Bailey Pettigo, 5'9", the graduate guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. Lauren Lee, 5'7", a junior guard from Liberty, Kentucky. Maddie Boyle, 5'6", the senior guard from Milledgeville, Kentucky. Courtney Pritchett, 5'8", a graduate forward from Byrdstown, Tennessee. And rounding out the five for the Lady Tigers, it is the two-time Mid-South Conference Player of the Year, Caitlin Wilkes, 6'2", the graduate forward from Stanford, Kentucky. Miranda Denny and Brett Sowell, the assistants for Campbellsville University. The Lady Tigers today in the home whites, Campbellsville in script across the chest, maroon numerals as well. For Lindsey Wilson College, Lindsey Wilson in white on the royal blue jersey sandwiches the white number. The Blue Raiders will go left to right. The Lady Tigers right to left as Benji Kelly and I are high above the floor here in Bowling Green. Go for it.
You're already standing.
You just got to burn some energy sometimes. And right out of the gate here, it's semifinal round. It's semifinal round, right? Yesterday was quarterfinal, so you gotta up the intensity as the tournament moves on. You gotta get with it a bit.
I'll tell you, that game yesterday, that took a few years out of me. That was a hard-fought battle for the Tiger team.
What a performance by Brent Vernon's club. Caitlin Wilkes will jump it up with Guess. Again, Taylor Guess, the Mid-South Conference Freshman of the Year award winner. Lindsey Wilson wins the toss and a turnover immediately. 6 seconds into the basketball game. Maddie Boyle comes to the offensive end with Campbellsville University looking for the game's first points. Lee between the circles. Pettigo holds over the top, looking for Wilkes. A dime drop. The bucket counted for Campbellsville University.
That's a beautiful pass by Pettigo. Right over the top. No help defense. Just well executed and easily bucket for Caitlin Wilkes.
2-0, the Lady Tigers lead. Inside they've got Hall. Hall will now penetrate as she worked away from Wilkes. Little floater with the right hand. Good for Sydney Hall.
Yeah, and that's one thing about the zone defense, and we've said it so many times. How do you beat it? Get the ball to the middle. Lindsey's being intentional there on that first possession.
Left side, Pettigo. High post. This is Pritchett. Face-up jumper. A little short. Rebound to Lucy Patterson. She is a one-woman glass cleaning crew as Lucy Patterson averages 8 rebounds a ball game. Fleming out top. Hall won't shoot it. Now Hodges. Right wing. Fleming bounces. Hodges wide open. Deep three. Nearly banked that in on this Sunday afternoon. Thanks for joining us here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Campbellsville back the other way. Lee head down all the way to the rim. Shot no good. A bit strong. As the Lady Tigers, the offensive rebound. Pritchett, 3 in and out for the Lady Tigers, and the rebound to Patterson. I thought we were going to count one right there.
I did too, but good look there by Tigers. Good offensive board. Just a missed shot, but love the energy right now.
Jumper on the way, no good, and we get a foul called here on Campbellsville's Bailey Pettigo as she gets into the backside of Patterson. First on Bailey, first on the Lady Tigers.
The foul on number 4, Bailey Pettigo. Her first, team's first.
Lindsey Wilson looking at inbounds here on the block. Good missed shot, rebound Wilkes.
Campbellsville back the other way. Lauren Lee with it. Campbellsville and Lindsey tied it 2 apiece. Lee back to the trailer out top Wilkes. You can see Guess well scouted there. She was
she's ready for
defending Wilkes before she ever got to that spot. So nice job defensively for the Blue Raiders. Lee, 8 minutes to play in this first quarter. 10 to shoot. Pritchett out. Pettigo won't shoot it. She'll drive in line. Underneath. Some contact. Leaves it. Front of the free throw line. Pritchett's shot is good with 2 on the shot clock.
Yeah, good execution. Pettigo able to penetrate. I thought she had the reverse layup, but saw Pritchett there in the middle and a nice assist from Pettigo to Pritchett.
Hodges. Right side. This is Fleming. Fleming drives. Now picks up her dribble. Boyle there. Needs help. Bounces out. Hodges back to Fleming, wide open, won't shoot it. She'll deck it, drive in, jumper from 12 feet, too strong. Boyle the rebound. Campbellsville the other way. Boyle still on the dribble. She'll take the pull-up jumper from the free throw line. That is good.
Coast to coast. Boyle with the rebound. Nice block out. Little 15-footer there from the free throw line. Campbellsville clicking on all cylinders right now, Matt.
Campbellsville leads 6-2. The Blue Raiders have just the one bucket. Driving in, Fleming leaves it off underneath. Guess ran right into Wilkes. Nice defense, lost the hand. Ooh, they say that's last touch by Campbellsville. I don't think a Lady Tiger hit it, did they?
Well, there's no argument for many of them. So
okay, well,
Caitlin may have got a little hand on there.
A tiger paw on it,
A
perhaps?
tiger paw, yeah.
6-2, less than 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Hodges to inbound. Out, Fleming catches, 9 to shoot. Fleming leaves it with Hodges far side off the wing. Fleming's going to find herself open. She'll have to take the three. On the way, it is good for Fleming. Claire Fleming with a big shot. 21% on the year, not necessarily her forte, but able to hit a big one. 6-5. Campbellsville leads by a single point. Pritchett. Right side Lee. Back to Pritchett off the elbow. Pass inside. Quickly going up is Wilkes. She gets the hoop, and Courtney Pritchett to help her.
And that's just great patience there by the Lady Tigers. They worked the ball around on the other side of the wing, and Caitlin was able to get a seal for an easy layup.
Hodges inside. This is Patterson at the elbow. Nice little ball fake, but there's some contact on the back end. No call. They say play on. Shot no good. Campbellsville the other way. Pedigo, shooter, Boyle, three, no good. And the rebound taken in by Sydney Hall. She wants to race back to the offensive side. Guess is hurt. She got hit in the head. Here is Hodges. Sidestep dribble, three on the way. No good. Rebound to Wilkes, and Guess is shaken here.
Yeah.
They will stop the game. She may have taken an elbow or something right in the left temple. As she initially, Benji, when I saw Guess, she was on the verge of tears. I think she may have kind of gathered herself a bit, but she has got hands on the knees, and she is most certainly shaken up. It's a change for Coach Wethington. Janiah Davis will check in for the Blue Raiders. Davis, 5'11", the senior forward from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Campbellsville still with their starting lineup out there. Pritchett works right side, picked up by Davis. Needs some help here. Bounces. Wilkes quickly shot again off the window, and she'll find herself with two more. Courtney Pritchett setting it up.
Well, and once again, being intentional, try to get that, as Lindsey Wilson calls a timeout here, but Campbellsville being intentional, trying to get a ball down into the post. That's where their strength is, and what that'll eventually do, Matt, open up the perimeter game.
This is a full timeout taken here, Benji Kelly. And as we started this game, we were 90 seconds in or so, and behind us you could feel Brett Pierce and Donovan Matthews make their way in. They woke up this morning, folks, in South Dakota.
Yeah, early.
Flight to Chicago, to Louisville, now to Bowling Green to cover Tiger and Lady Tiger basketball here today.
That's some dedication there.
That is frequent flyer miles at its finest.
As fast and as a marathon runner as Pierce is, he probably could have ran from South Dakota and got here before then.
You know, he is ornery enough to have tried.
I know, absolutely.
With the challenge, he is ornery enough to have tried. I will say that. But kudos, that's the stuff behind the scenes, I think, at times that
people don't see.
That's
exactly
don't see.
Right.
And Zach Clements and Cam Henderson, they were in Kansas, Wichita, and they were trying to get back also.
Right.
They just couldn't get the flights to work. They'll be back a little later today, but they were trying to get here as they were out with men's wrestling.
Right.
So just a crazy schedule, breakneck pace for some of these folks within our SID department, and Sheldon Dawson's gang does a wonderful job. And it was pretty neat to see them walk in. Brett said it would be hard to get here by tip-off. I said, well, I can.
He was 90 seconds late.
He didn't miss it. I told him, I said, I can offer to sing the national anthem and stall. Forget the words.
Well, we don't want that.
Those
we didn't want
things.
that, no.
So we just went with it. But kudos to them for showing up. Changes for the Lady Tigers as Whitney Hay makes her first appearance in the Mid-South Conference Tournament. The 6-foot redshirt sophomore forward from Eastview, Kentucky, also in is Elizabeth Bertram, 5'6", the junior guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. Maddie Boyle and Bailey Pedigo check out. Lindsey Wilson with the basketball here. Campbellsville has them doubled up 10-5. We have played about 4.5 minutes or so. Hodges inside. That is actually Patterson on the inline. Shot no good, too strong. I thought they were going to go to Davis, and here Davis fouls Hay as Hay secured the rebound for the Lady Tigers. Janiah Davis is first.
That's just a great block out by Whitney there, and Davis just tried to get a little more handsy, reaching in there, and a lot of times you see that happening. You don't want to commit a foul 90 feet from the basket, especially at any time, but that allows Campbellsville to set up their offense here. Looks like Lindsey's gone zone, Matt.
A little 2-3 look here. Hay off the far side. Holds it up over her head, nowhere to go. Now Pritchett back to Hay. Hay on the inline. Bounces, feeding Wilkes. She's got position, shot up good. 2 more for Caitlin Wilkes. I believe she's got 8 already.
Well, she does. And once again, they go to zone trying to force you to take the outside shot. And what does Campbellsville do? They're patient enough and get it down low to where your player of the year is at.
Campbellsville trying to lock up Lindsey Wilson defensively here, 12-5. There's the deflection as I say that. Lee, the takeaway. She'll go right, block. Fleming will pause. Shot no good. Bertram keeps it alive and works her way back out with it. Hay, right side of the lane, between defenders, off the window. Gut for Whitney Hay.
Yeah, strong move right there by Whitney Hay. Just put the ball on the floor, kind of like Darius Harding did yesterday. Let's get to the rim.
Something about those E-Town Panthers.
I'm telling you, they like that.
Hodges going to work herself right side, actually left side, and leaves it off with Patterson on the right block, who kind of falls away, and another 3 from Fleming is good. So Claire Fleming with a hot hand here early, much needed for Lindsey Wilson. Campbellsville led a moment ago by 9. It is currently a 6-point Lady Tiger lead. Lee, left side, Bertram. Straight away, Pritchett. 1 dribble, back to Burt. Open, won't shoot it. Now she will. 3 on the way. No good. Short. Patterson flies in, grabs another rebound. Long pass, looking for Hodges. Has Hodges. Shot contested by Lee. Good. And Lindsey Wilson has it back to a 4-point margin here. Bertram has Wilkes. Pritchett right side. Lauren Lee collects. Less than 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Lee, jumper, too strong. Pritchett, the rebound, bounces right back out to the signal caller, and Lee will use Pritchett on the right wing. Pritchett, Lee, Bertram, left side, triple, short. Rebound, Patterson, and Lindsey Wilson will come back to the offensive side. Hodges will slow down right in front of Bertram. Hodges works their way right side. Throws up an off-balance shot. No good. Davis gets the rebound as it hops over Caitlin Wilkes there. And Wilkes will pick up her first foul, Benji Kelly. That will send Janiah Davis to the free throw line. 2 on Campbellsville as a team. More changes here as Kayla Luby will now jump up and check in. Luby, the 6'2 graduate forward from B, Nebraska. Tyra Flowers enters, 5'10", the sophomore forward from Winchester, Kentucky. And also checking in for Campbellsville is Sarah Sutton, 5'10", the senior forward from Scottsville, Kentucky. Davis, 74% on the season at the stripe, has a chance here. 2 shots coming for Davis. That first one good.
Matt, this had a feel a little bit of like that game there at Campbellsville. The only difference is Lindsey Wilson's actually knocking down some shots. And that's one of the reasons why they're keeping themselves in this thing. Campbellsville started hot, just like they did back at the Powell.
Second free throw, no good. So a three-point Lady Tiger lead. Taylor Guest back into the Lindsey Wilson lineup. She had 19 points in the victory over Freed Hardeman the other day. Kickball here. So Lindsey desperately needs Taylor Guest and her production on the floor. Lindsey Wilson has sent Natalie Gentry in, the 5'9" freshman forward from Hodgenville, Kentucky. Campbellsville to work here. Pedigo. She checked back in earlier. Flowers going to skip it right side. Sutton, open, 3. Bang! You betcha! Shooting an Edward Jones 3.
That is so good to see, Matt. You know, the type of year that she's had, not played as much as she has in previous years, but to come off the bench in the semifinals and hit your first shot from downtown.
17-11, Campbellsville a 6-point advantage. Guest needs help. Deflected. Pettigo knocked it free, but Fleming picks it up. Hay gives chase. Back tap, knocked free again, but Gentry there to collect this time. Fleming can't shoot it. 5 on the clock. Drives in, and we get steps called on Claire Fleming, who was, I think they call that a pickle, Benji Kelly.
You just that defensive aggressiveness. You had Whitney Hay out there. She's tall, she's long, and just to disrupt so much different stuff. When you're able to put a big like that on the top part of your zone, that's just hard to defend or hard to run an offense against.
Change here as Coach Wethington will send Grace Brewer in. Lucy Patterson checks out. Patterson a snub, Benji, on the all-conference teams. I can't imagine there are 15 players in this league better than Lucy Patterson. She had a double-double in the win over Freed Hardman the other day. Campbellsville back to work. Hay off the elbow. And that ball, the help defender, I think, knocked that free from Hay as she drove in. Turnover on Campbellsville. Hodges spots up. Triple on the way. No good. Rebound taken in by Hay. She'll use Pettigo. Campbellsville wants to run. Pettigo back. Sutton open. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound. Hay will throw it up over the top of Guess, and Whitney Hay with 2 more for Campbellsville. She's got a pair of baskets here in the first quarter.
Yeah, just once again that trail shot from Sutton, but Whitney Hay knows exactly where to be on the offensive rebound. A nice putback.
Now front Hodges, back to Hall, can't shoot it. Hall needs help. Hodges again, quick pass to Brewer. She's open. That 3 on the way is good for Grace Brewer. And Lindsey Wilson hanging tough here early, 19-14 the scores. The Blue Raiders have hit on a few deep ones. Pettigo, right wing. Going to take a long 2, in and out. Luby the rebound. Luby put back with the left hand, too strong. Guess the board for Lindsey Wilson. 5-point margin. Lindsay the basketball. It's Sydney Hall out front. Crosses the timeline. Yes, she'll take a long 2. That is no good for Taylor Guess. She was right about the back end of the half circle. I thought Jimmy Dykes made a good comment the other night on the national broadcast, the Kentucky game. Said that mid-range jumper just won't love you back.
Yeah,
as much as you
that's a good comment.
That deep jumper won't love you back. Here's Sutton. That 3, will it love us here? It will not. Luby the rebound. 5 to shoot now. It's the first quarter winding to a close. Jumper for Sutton. No good. And the ball's tapped out long. And that's where the buzzer will sound to conclude this first quarter of play.
First quarter, good. Both teams, good first quarter.
After 10 minutes, Campbellsville leads 19-14 over Lindsey Wilson College here in Bowling Green. We'll step away, come back, and get you ready for second quarter action. You're following Lady Tiger basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
We are Kentucky Broadcasters, your hometown radio and television stations. We bring you breaking news. We keep you safe. We serve your community in good times and in bad. Your local broadcasters are always there. We are deeply rooted in your small towns and your big cities. We champion a strong sense of civic pride, no matter how we connect. Over the air, online, and on your device. We are Kentucky Broadcasters. There when it matters.
Welcome back to Stouffville Financial Arena. Matt Payton and the former Tiger, Benji Kelly, here with you this afternoon as Campbellsville University and Lindsey Wilson College meeting in the Mid-South Conference semifinals once again. Lady Tigers with a 19-14 advantage, 9 of 22 shooting for Campbellsville. Only 5 made baskets for the Blue Raiders, Benji, but they're cashing in from deep. 3 made threes, and that's kept them here in the hip pocket of CU.
Yeah, well, it's one of the reasons why it's a 5-point game. Both teams taking care of the ball pretty good. Only 3 turnovers for Lindsey, 1 for Campbellsville. They're just making more shots from downtown.
Back to work here. Lauren Lee, right side to Boyle. Pritchett has Maddie Nally, who just checked in, the 6'2 junior forward from Louisville, Kentucky. Right side. Here is Boyle. Boyle needs some help. Down to 6 to shoot. Deflected by Hodges. Pritchett going to have to throw one up. She's in traffic. Late shot. It goes in for Courtney Pritchett as the shot clock sounds. A Hail Mary and the prayer answered.
Wow. That got me off out of my seat there.
Whew. That might be one of those we tell Swiss. Is that better? Is that more lucky than good?
Yeah, she had it planned that way the whole time, I'm sure.
Pritchett in desperation mode cashes in too. Left side, Fleming's hit a pair of threes for Lindsay already. Won't shoot that one. Now Guess will deck it and drive. Deflected by Pritchett. Picked up by Nally. And Campbellsville will come back the other way. Lee, trailer, Wilkes, triple, bang! Kit Kat with an Edward Jones payout, 24-14. The Lady Tigers' first double-figure lead today.
How many times have we seen that this year with Wilkes trailing with a wide-open three? And she knocks it down.
And we get a foul out front. I believe Boyle got a piece of Fleming. For Maddie Boyle. That is her first. First and the second on Campbellsville. Far side, Hodges will trigger it. Out top, Fleming bounces, deflected again. Lee read it, hit it with the left hand. She'll go left side of the lane. Contact, shot and one for Lauren Lee.
The and one opportunity seems to favor Campbellsville this weekend. We had 6 of them yesterday
against Lindsay
Wilson. Tonight here in the second quarter, we've got our first opportunity with Lauren Lee. Wow.
The Lady Tigers trying to gap the Blue Raiders here to begin this second quarter.
Was that on Fleming?
That was on, I have no
11?
idea. It was on one, Fleming.
Fleming, okay.
So Fleming's first foul, first in the period. Lady Tigers cash in a three-point trip as Lee hits the free throw. Is that 8 straight for Campbellsville to begin this second quarter?
19-14, so 8-0 run here to start the second.
You got that Pritchett shot clock buzzer beater, then you got the Wilkes trailing 3 and the three-point trip for Lee. Here's Patterson shot in front of the rim, just short. Rebound to Pritchett. Campbellsville looking for more. Pritchett back out front to Lee, knocked away by Guest, but Lee will track it down. Nally wants a post touch for Wilkes, can't get it to her as Patterson defends, and a little too much contact, says the gentleman on the far side, Lucy Patterson, all up in the kitchen of Maddie Nally. First on Patterson, second on LWC. 13 points, the Lady Tiger advantage, looking for more. Campbellsville running their half-court set. Nally off the wing. She'll go into the corner. Boyle, 3, deflected. That was blocked by Guess. Hodges going to be fouled by Pritchett as Courtney reached in trying to keep that alive. That will be the first on Pritchett. 2 on Campbellsville as a club. Campbellsville has 4/5 of their starting lineup on the floor. Nally in place of Pedigo here. The Blue Raiders have sent Jeree Thomas in the lineup, 6'1", the freshman forward from Henderson, Kentucky. She'll take the jumper as I say that, and Thomas hits the turnaround shot.
Well, Lindsay, when they're at their best, Matt, they're able to get the ball in the middle of that zone, and that's when they've been most effective. So right there, another prime example.
Pritchett. Dribble handoff to Boyle. Now Lee. She wanted Boyle, but Nally was right there in the way, kind of. Here is Boyle. Ball fake, drives, and leaves it with Pritchett. Jumper, deep 2, no good. Nally and Guess battle, and Guess wins it. Less than 7 minutes to play in the first half. Campbellsville with the 11-point advantage. Campbellsville scored 8 straight. Thomas going to try another jumper. That one no good. That might be one that the Lady Tigers are happy to see her take. Here is Boyle, 3 on the way. Too strong as Patterson got a deflection there. And it was also hit inside, I believe. Guess last touched it. Campbellsville will send some new troops into the lineup as Sutton, Flowers, and Bertram re-enter here. Nally, Pritchett, and one more has to come off for Campbellsville. They've got 6.
Maddie Boyle.
Boyle's got to come off as well. That's one way to win a conference tournament. Just play with 6 players.
Yeah. Yep, that's a little bit against the rules there, though.
They won't allow that. So Lee to trigger it. Bertram catches, quick release from 14. No good. Flowers taps. Lee collects. Has it blocked from behind by Davis. Timed it well. Hodges back now the other way for the Blue Raiders. Hodges Davis, ball fake, rips through, drives in, runs into Flowers, ball knocked free, and an offensive foul, late whistle called, but Davis will be hit with the foul. That's her second.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that I think this official over here was waiting to see if his other two partners were going to call it. He stepped in and got the call. It's the right call. So that's 2 on Davis. Good defense there by Tyra.
27-16. In the corner, Sutton. Brewer there. Won't shoot it. Lee has it again. Left side, Bertram. Flowers at the free throw line. Back to Burt. Lee. Flowers elbow out. Right wing. It's Sutton. 3 on the way. Bang! Sarah Sutton again. Number 2 today for shooting.
Such a pure shooter, Sarah Sutton, to transfer from Murray State. How many times? I mean, she actually likes this court. A couple years ago, semifinals, she kind of went off, I believe, for 19.
She had 4 threes in a game against Lindsey Wilson. In that matchup you're referring to. Here is Brewer, entry to Patterson, nowhere to go with it. Out. This is Hall, 3, short, long board, comes all the way out to Bertram. Sutton with it for Campbellsville. She'll slow it down. Lauren Lee will work with Wilkes here. Back to Wilkes. Open, 3 on the way. And that one is strong. Long board over the arm of Flowers, and Amelia Hodges pulls it in. Campbellsville leads by 14. Hall out. Hodges has to run that down as the pass was a bit too far away. Brewer through the inline, through the paint. Pass a little out of control. Flowers picked it off. Dumps it down to Lee inside. Shot no good. Sutton, left side, 3, no good. Rebound taken. Flowers with a one-handed rebound. Unfortunately, her putback was knocked away, and then Davis ripped it out of her arms, but what a one-handed rebound.
That was a monster rebound by Tyra Flowers.
In the corner, Brewer. Now Hodges, 4:40 to play in the half. Campbellsville still with a 14-point advantage. Brewer somehow got that pass away into Hall. Now Hodges open for 3. Long board will be grabbed by Lee before it goes out of play. Lee works her way here left side. Sutton wanted Wilkes. Instead, she'll use Bertram. Burt finds herself open. She'll take the inline jumper. No good. Flowers the rebound. Back out to Lee. Second chance for Campbellsville. Sutton open. 3. Around and out. Circled the drain there.
Shooters shoot, Matt.
Was that Patterson or Davis out there? They kind of forgot who they were guarding.
They were guarding, yeah. You don't want to leave her alone.
Brewer with the skip pass. That is Sydney Hall for 3. That one is good. Sydney Hall, one-time conference freshman of the year herself.
That's good ball movement by Lindsay there, Matt. Skip pass.
30-19, Lauren Lee. Out front, Campbellsville leads by 11. Left side, Bertram. Lee in the middle, Flowers. She'll drive in, dumps it back to Wilkes. Wilkes in some traffic, throws up a little hook shot, kills it off the back of the iron and through.
Tyra kind of passed up a free layup there, but got it to Wilkes, and Wilkes knows what to do with it down low.
32-19, Campbellsville leading by 13 here. 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock, first half. In the middle, free throw line jumper for Patterson, a bit strong. Flowers, another rebound for Campbellsville. Feels like Flowers has grabbed all the rebounds in the last few trips.
Offense and defensive.
Absolutely. Campbellsville with a chance to add. Bertram. Now Lee. Sutton holds. Flowers, free throw line, away from one defender. Hook shot, and we're going to have a foul call here as Wilkes got a healthy piece of Janiah Davis, and she spills to the ground. That's going to be 2 on Wilkes, and that may be her first half. 13 points. I think she's done enough in the first 20 minutes, as she'll likely sit for the final 2:44. This brings us to a media stoppage here with, again, less than 3 minutes to play in the half. Campbellsville leading by 13. We'll step away and come right back. You're following the Lady Tigers in the Mid-South Conference Tournament semifinals on the CU Sports Network.
It's basketball season, Tiger fans. Stay connected to the ins and outs of CU basketball via our weekly coaches show, Tiger Timeout. Each Wednesday at 6 p.m., head coaches Ginger High Colvin and Brent Vernon sit down with Matt Payton to discuss previous matchups, upcoming games, and more. Find it here on 88.7 The Tiger or on the Campbellsville Tiger YouTube channel, Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Tiger Timeout.
32-19 our score. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly, and Bowling Green, the Mid-South Conference Tournament. The Tigers coming up later on today. That'll be a 6 Eastern start for Brent Vernon and Campbellsville's men's teams. They will battle Freed Hardeman. They pulled off the small upset over the Blue Raiders yesterday. The only lower seed to win.
Yeah, I started to say that's the only non-chalk team in the conference tournament to advance. So kudos to Coach Vernon and his club.
Lindsey Wilson back to work. Fleming to Thomas. Long pass out left wing to Hall. On around into the corner. Guess she needs help, and she's picked up her dribble. Fleming on the skip will now work on the dribble. Fleming leaves it with Patterson. 10 to shoot. Ball nearly taken away as Pettigo got a hand on it. Hall one dribble. 3 is going to be short. Ball will go out of bounds down the end line. 2:18 on the clock. Campbellsville gets it back. Courtney Pritchett will jump up and head into the ball game for Tyra Flowers. Talked about Flowers, Benji. She's credited with 4 rebounds.
4 rebounds, 2 offensive, 2 defensive.
2 helpers as well for Tyra Flowers. Pettigo and Hay, little back and forth into the corner. That is Boyle. Back to Bailey Pettigo. Right wing. Pritchett stops at the free throw line out. Bailey, 3, no good. Tapped out by Luby, but Fleming there to pick it up. Fleming works her way right side, runs into Pettigo, and we're going to have a blocking foul called.
Bailey was moving there on that. Bailey's got to realize if the girl's going to commit and go to the rim, just go ahead and get down there and get your feet planted. Beat them to the spot.
So this will send Claire Fleming to the free throw line for Lindsey Wilson College. Fleming, one of those
6% free throw shooter.
One of those freshmen, I was going to say, for Coach Wethington. Yeah. She and Guess and one more that was playing big minutes here. Thomas has played big minutes. Brewer. As the second free throw no good, so she gets 1 of 2. It's a dozen. The lead for CU. Back the other way. Whitney Hay will slow it down. Right wing. She's on the dribble. Now Pettigo. They want a post touch for Luby, but a zone look defensively for Lindsey has thwarted Campbellsville's efforts there thus far. Boyle off the wing. Creeping closer to 90 seconds to play in the quarter. Luby. Now Hay. Elbow jumper on the way. Too strong. Rebound to Patterson. And the Blue Raiders back to the other end, trailing by 12. They're down under 90 seconds now.
I start to say Lindsey's going to try to get this thing into single digits by halftime, Matt.
Guess nearly tied up by Pritchett. Guess stops. Patterson in line between 2 defenders. Nice job, actually more or less around 2 defenders, and it is now a 10-point ball game.
It's a good move by Patterson there.
60 seconds to play in the half. Pettigo. Boyle. Back to BP. Hay. Bailey feeds. Free throw line, Pritchett. Hay thought about the 3. Instead, back to Pritchett. Courtney Pritchett sizes up the defender. Now picked up by 2. Boyle dribbles in. Bounces. That's Luby inside. Off the window. No good. Guess the rebound. Lindsey Wilson with a chance to draw closer here. They can't hold for the final shot. There's about an 8-second differential. Fleming has picked up her dribble, needs help. Patterson on the inline, Guess at the elbow. Jumper on the way, good for Taylor Guess. And it's an 8-point margin here. 32-24. We'll see what Campbellsville goes with in this final 15 seconds. Out top, Pettigo. Left side, down to 7. Hay works, spins, nearly lost it, feeds across. Luby can't collect. And save to Fleming. That's where the buzzer will sound as Campbellsville will head to the locker room with the advantage. It is an 8-point Lady Tiger lead. And Benji, I believe that is half of what their largest lead was, right? They were up 16. So credit to Coach Wethington's club for getting themselves back to within striking distance, heading to the locker room. 32-24 our score here at the mid-game break. We'll step away and take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and look at the numbers. You're following Lady Tiger basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school.
We're more than our 80 major and postgraduate programs.
We're more than our 32 sponsored collegiate sports teams.
We're more than a student body with over 12,000 members.
We're more than our 9 locations spanning from Kentucky to California.
We're even more than our 117 years of academic excellence.
At
Campbellsville University, we're more than a school. We are the generation that will build the future.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play, that my worth isn't determined by my performance, that even on my worst day, I am worthy, that you see me learning, growing, and doing my best, and that is enough.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
Champions of Character connects communities and the NAIA championships across the United States. All 26-plus NAIA championship student athletes participate in a Teaming Up for Character activity. These activities are geared toward local communities' youth in schools and community centers. They are an integral part of every NAIA championship annually, impacting more than 25,000 individuals. For more information on character-driven collegiate athletics, head to naia.org/character.
Halftime in Bowling Green, Matt Payton, Benji Kelly, as Campbellsville here today looking to advance the Mid-South Conference Tournament Championship game. The Lady Tigers will need to close it out against the Blue Raiders in the final 20 minutes. They hold an 8-point lead here at halftime. Campbellsville University and Lindsey Wilson in terms of overall numbers. Let's take a look at them. The Lady Tigers, 14 of 40 from the field. That's just 35%. 3 of 15 from deep, 20%. And they hit their only free throw toss. That was a Lauren Lee and one trip for CU. For Lindsey Wilson, 9 of 25 from the field, 36%. 4 of 10 from deep. That is 40%. 2 of 4 at the free throw line for Lindsey Wilson, 50%. And jumping off the page at me there, Benji, is Campbellsville's taken 15 more shots than Lindsey Wilson College. And Lady Tigers with just 3 turnovers, 7 for the Blue Raiders, but rebounding a big one. 10 Campbellsville offensive rebounds, just 1 for LWC.
Yeah, Campbellsville, they're playing a really good game, Matt, although statistically not shooting the ball that well, but they're doing the other things that allow you to build a lead. Committed, they've turned Lindsey Wilson over 7 times, and they got points off of those turnovers. They're taking advantage, and those rebounds are huge, but the big one that stands out is those offensive boards, those extra opportunities, and that's what that's allowed them to do, is to build this thing, up to 8 points. You take Caitlin Wilkes out of this equation right now, Matt, Campbellsville will be struggling right now. So right now, Caitlin is the lone bright spot, and they've been intentional trying to get the ball down low. She's 6 of 7. You take those numbers out, and it's a poor showing right now for this Lady Tiger team.
13 points for Wilkes. She's the game's only player in double figures. 6 of 7, as Benji mentioned, 1 of 2 from long range, a couple of rebounds in 14 minutes of play. Sarah Sutton off the pine with 6 points for Campbellsville. All 6 of them coming beyond the arc with a pair of Made Edward Jones threes. 4 each for Courtney Pritchett and Whitney Hay. Pritchett, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 of 5 from the field. Hay, 2 boards for Campbellsville in the first half. Lauren Lee, 3 points on that and 1 trip, 4 boards for Lee. She is not credited with a first half assist. 2 for Maddie Boyle. Boyle with a rebound. She hit a little jumper at the free throw line earlier in the ball game. Bailey Pettigo scoreless, finished with 3 assists. Tyra Flowers scoreless, but had 4 rebounds and 2 assists, 1 steal in the first half. Maddie Nally, Elizabeth Bertram, and Kayla Luby all scoreless as well for Campbellsville. Luby credited with 4 first half rebounds. For Lindsey Wilson College, Claire Fleming led the way. She knocked in a couple of 3-point baskets. She had 7 points. Sydney Hall, 5 points for the Blue Raiders. They got 3 from Grace Brewer, 2 rebounds for her. 2 each from Hodges, Guess, Patterson, and Thomas. Patterson finishing with 6 rebounds. Guess had 3 boards. 1 point for Janiah Davis, and Natalie Gentry saw time and failed to score for Lindsey Wilson College. We mentioned the rebounding overall. Campbellsville a 25-16 advantage. So the difference in the rebounding numbers all on the offensive end, both teams with 15 defensive rebounds. Campbellsville a 10-1 advantage on the offensive side of things. The Lady Tigers finished with 7 assists, 3 turnovers, and 5 steals. Lindsey Wilson finishes with 7 assists, 7 turnovers, and 3 steals. Second chance points, 4-1 in favor of Campbellsville. So they've got the 10 rebounds, Benji, but maybe not having done a ton with those offensive rebounds if the second chance points are tracked correctly. Bench points 10-6 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Here's a big one, points in the paint, 20-6 in favor of Campbellsville, and that gets back to your thoughts on Caitlin Wilkes and the job that she's done down inside.
Yeah, and once again, that was the game plan, get the ball down low. And it's interesting that, normally when Kayla comes in and she just kind of picks up where Caitlin's off, but I think what you've seen here lately is that Lindsay's gone to that zone, and that's where Campbellsville's a little bit struggled to get the ball down low. I don't think Wilkes was in there that much when they were in the zone, but Campbellsville took advantage of it early. So I would say the halftime speech is, all right, keep doing what you're doing on the defensive end because it's working, but offensively we still got to get the ball down low because that's when we're our most effective.
Well, and that zone, look, it could work, but a team like Campbellsville, it's almost kind of, if you're John Wethington,
you just take your chances.
You roll it out there and take your chances.
And right now it's working. You have 3 of 15 from downtown.
Campbellsville on the season from long range 42%. So if you're playing with fire, and you can get burned, but if you can roll the dice and
you just never know what it's
hit
happen.
It on the right day, it can pay big dividends. We'll see what shakes out down the stretch here as Campbellsville and Lindsey Wilson getting set to resume play here in the second half. The winner of this game moves on to tomorrow evening's finals. They'll take on Cumberland's or Georgetown. Benji, that should be a real heavyweight fight here later on this afternoon between Georgetown and Cumberland's, and we hope that we're here at 5 Central tomorrow, 6 Eastern for that final matchup.
Yeah, it's, like you said, chalk held on the women's side. That Cumberland's-Georgetown game it'll be a barn burner. Cumberland's 20-8 on the year. Georgetown 23-5. And did they split against each other, I believe, this year? So this may be the rubber match between the two. And both of them obviously are going to be in the postseason tournament, but you would love to have an opportunity to get to that championship game and garner that automatic bid. And I will tell you right now that those two ball clubs are probably playing their best ball of the year as well.
Campbellsville and Lindsey Wilson, 20 minutes left to decide this Mid-South Conference semifinal matchup. Be sure to stay with us. And, of course, later on today, the Tigers will battle Freed-Hardeman on the men's side of the Mid-South Conference tournament in the 1-versus-5 matchup. That coming at 6 p.m. this evening. We'll step away and take a timeout. We'll come back, an extended break here. Come back and get you ready for second half action. You're following the Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school.
We're more than our 80 major and postgraduate programs.
We're more than our 32 sponsored collegiate sports teams.
We're more than a student body with over 12,000 members.
We're more than our 9 locations spanning from Kentucky to California.
We're even more than our 117 years of academic excellence.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school. We are the generation that will build the future.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Kentucky. Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
On the basketball court, you have to know where the lines are. It's just as important to know where the lines are in your own yard. Kentucky law generally requires you to have underground utility lines located before most excavation work, even if it's on your own property. If you don't call 811 and you damage a natural gas line, the Kentucky Public Service Commission will investigate you, and you may be fined up to $1,250. Much better to stay within the bounds of the law and call before you dig to start putting in that backboard or goalpost. For more information, visit psc.ky.gov. This message brought to you by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
It's basketball season, Tiger fans. Stay connected to the ins and outs of CU basketball via our weekly coaches show, Tiger Timeout. Each Wednesday evening at 6:30, head coaches Ginger High Colvin and Brent Vernon sit down with Matt Payton to discuss the previous matchup, upcoming games, and more. Find it here on 88.7 The Tiger or on the Campbellsville Tiger YouTube channel. Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Tiger Timeout.
Where do my friends and other students find their voice? We find our voice through the performing arts, along with millions of other high school students. By expressing yourself in a role on stage, through an instrument, or at the debate podium, the performing arts give us freedom to find ourselves, to find our place. The stage is where I can play, perform, and compete with my friends.
Performing arts at your school is where creativity meets courage. Encourage the students in your life to find their voice through the performing arts. This message presented by the NFHS, where we encourage all students to play, perform, and compete together.
Champions of Character connects communities and the NAIA championships across the United States. All 26-plus NAIA championship student athletes participate in a Teaming Up for Character activity. These activities are geared toward local communities' youth in schools and community centers. They are an integral part of every NAIA championship annually, impacting more than 25,000 individuals. For more information on character-driven collegiate athletics, head to naia.org/character.
Pursue a diverse and rewarding career through Campbellsville University's School of Mass Communication. Offering courses in film, journalism, broadcasting, and public relations, CU's Mass Communication program provides a diverse and unique experience for each student. At Campbellsville University's dedicated Mass Communication Center, produce, record, and edit programs for radio and TV. With state-of-the-art technology, equipment, and multiple studios, CU's new facility provides a professional environment for students to grow their knowledge with hands-on experience. In front of or behind the camera, our expanded course options will help you find your calling at Campbellsville University's School of Mass Communication. For more information, contact us at 270-789-5210 or visit us online at campbellsville.edu. Press play on your career with a mass communication degree at Campbellsville University.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
Second half set to begin here in about 80 seconds or so. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly with you as Campbellsville and Lindsey Wilson set to begin this sprint to the finish line. Benji, 20 minutes remain. Someone will advance to the conference championship game. Lady Tiger fans, of course, hoping it's the young ladies out on the floor in the white and maroon today. But a tip of the hat to Lindsey Wilson College. The first time these two teams played, Benji, for lack of a better way to put it, it was just a runaway for Campbellsville. And Lindsey Wilson did well in the second half to make that a basketball game. Then as I look down here, I think I put the same box score on there twice.
But they both were 20-point wins.
Yeah, so, I mean, for Lindsey Wilson, at some point you just enter, you say, hey, we got nothing to lose. We knocked off Freed Harden. Let's just go pass on.
Well, once again, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. And, you know, these teams know each other in and out. So what Coach Wethington's done here is he's mixed up the defenses a little bit. When Campbellsville gets to being efficient with one type of defense, he switches it up, and that's one of the reasons why they're only got an 8-point lead. So, just a veteran coaching move for Coach Wethington. And, of course, these two know each other. They're good friends. They talk all the time. But they never reveal trade secrets, so to speak. But Ginger pretty much pegged it. She said, I think he's going to zone me, and that's what he's done. And that's why he's kept his team in the ball game.
Campbellsville, of course, has been off for about a week, so they're trying to get back into the swing of things. Lindsey Wilson played on Friday. Second half underway and a turnover, so just like they started the basketball game, Lindsey Wilson had an opportunity to begin the half, and they turn it over immediately without a look at the rim. Campbellsville is starting 5 out there. Pettigo on the far wing, on the dribble. Out front, it's Pritchett. She'll drive. She's cut off by Hodges. Lee in the middle. Shooter here, Boyle, left side, triple on the way. Bang! That is one way to get rolling, and that's have Maddie Boyle sink some threes, the Mid-South Conference first team member this season.
Well, and once again, what happened there was a pass to the middle of the zone, and Lauren was able to kick it out to Maddie. That's how you beat a zone. Got away from that in the first half.
Fleming cross to Hodges. Campbellsville leads by 11. Fleming out front. Now left side. Hall going to take the jumper. No good. Patterson came across, and I think she lost the basketball. She had what looked to be an offensive board. Boyle the other way. Shovels it to Pritchett. Now Lee gets around Wilkes. She'll go up with a shot off the window. Good. 5 straight for Campbellsville to open the half. Wilkes with the seal. Lee went right with her for an easy 2.
Yeah, Lee could have done either one. She could have bounced past to Wilkes, but that time she took it on her own. I guess she said, Player of the year, you've had enough here.
Yeah. Everybody else got to eat too.
That's right.
Guess in the corner. Wilkes and Lee there. Guess needs help. Thought about throwing it off the foot of Lee. And now Hodges will take a jumper that's no good as Coach Wethington takes a timeout here with 8:31 on the clock. This will become that floating media, I do believe. 10 on the shot clock here as Lindsey Wilson College. I'm waiting to see today.
That's 30. I think it's in the fourth quarters when it's floating.
That's the floating?
That's the floating in the fourth.
I'm telling you, I'd fail that test every time.
Well, you're exactly right. I mark it down as a 30.
In the stats, they put media timeout, so I don't know. Anyhow, I do know Campbellsville leads by 13 thanks to 5 straight to begin this half. It was a 3 by Maddie Boyle, the young lady. You and I talked. I think Campbellsville, we had multiple young women that had a stake to the claim of Conference Player of the Year, and Wilkes ends up getting the nod. I think if you voted for Boyle, if you voted for Lee, or if you voted for Kayla Luby, I think I would have understood all 4 of those votes. And Wilkes is the one that picks up the honor, but that's also what makes this team so dynamic is you've got 4, 5, 6 young ladies that are capable of beating you any given night. And really, we've not seen it a ton this year, but you could add Elizabeth Bertram and Whitney Hay and Sarah Sutton to that list as well.
Yeah, it's, once again, there's just so many options. So the team's got to pick, all right, which one are we going to defend? Oh, are you going to defend that one? Then we're going to go here. And so you're exactly right. And to have those type of weapons is just incredible.
Amelia Hodges will trigger it in for Lindsey Wilson. 10 on the shot clock. 8:31 remaining in the third quarter. So I guess it was a media. Were they waiting for the clock to wind down? Nobody signaled that. Hodges pitches it into Hall. Now Guess tries to work around Lee. Back to Hall. She'll take a contested 3 over Pettigo that is good. Bailey was just an eyelash late from getting there. So Coach Wethington draws up the 3-point play out of the timeout, it seems like.
They're shooting better from 3-point land than they are from 2-point land.
Pritchett 45% to Pettigo. Back to Pritchett. Pettigo in the middle, and she's going to be called for steps. Took off leaning forward, grabbed the pass before she decked it.
Right move from Pettigo there. Just you got to put the ball down on the floor first.
Long pass from Hall to Hodges. It was an 8-point halftime margin. We're currently at a 10-point Lady Tiger lead. Just over 2 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Fleming bounces. Hodges right side. Patterson in traffic throws up a shot. That is good. Able to get that to hang on the iron. Patterson had a double-double in the win over Freed Hardeman on Friday. She's had a big day on the glass today. Pritchett right side. She's open. 3 on the way. That is off the mark. Ball batted. It's going to come out long to Boyle. Pettigo right side. Hall there to defend. Now Pritchett. Entry. This is Lee. Floater just inside the free throw line and caromed out.
Yeah, good look there. Good Intentional pass to the middle of the zone.
Far wing Fleming. 8-point game. Patterson inside, had it blocked. Goes back up with a shot here as Pedigo nearly knocked it free. And it's down to a 6-point margin here. Lindsey Wilson with some momentum. 37-31. Right side, Pedigo. Out front, Pritchett. Ball fake. Back to Pedigo. Down in the corner. Zone look defensively for the Blue Raiders. Lee to Pedigo. Works in line. Skips it. Pritchett. Boyle, 8 to shoot, inside, needs help, ball deflected, but she gets fouled in a late whistle, but it will go the way of the Lady Tigers as Fleming will be hit with her second personal. First on Lindsey Wilson. Wilkes checks out, Luby in.
Campbellsville fortunate there that was called. I thought it was all ball myself, but I think he may even set a push underneath.
So the Lady Tigers will get 20 seconds on the shot clock now after that foul call. Boyle looking, bounces. This is Lee. Pedigo driving in, throws one up the left hand, kisses it in off the window. Nice strong move by Bailey.
That's what she wanted to do the first time that they called walking. That time she did it to perfection.
Fleming with an open path, bounces, but it's kicked by Pritchett. She saw Patterson working down the end line, and Pritchett threw the right shoe out there to get a foot on it. Pedigo will check out. Sarah Sutton in for the Lady Tigers. 39-31. Campbellsville leads by 8. Hodges looks, still looking, goes off to Fleming. Somehow got it just over the reach of Lee. Fleming working, bouncing. Patterson shot good. Lucy Patterson having quite a second half here in these first few minutes. Boyle hit a 3 earlier in this second half. We'll see if she gets another try. It's going to be Sutton this time. 3 on the way. Bang! Sarah Sutton's third. Edward Jones 3 of the day.
Let's go shooting Sutton.
That is a weapon that the Lady Tigers are trying to unlock as the national tournament looms in the next few days. Here is a floater from Hall that is good. The answer from Sydney Hall. The Blue Raiders playing with quite a bit of confidence here.
Absolutely they are. 40. Let a team like this hang around, they'll get more and more confident, Matt.
42-35. Right side Boyle. Entry, that is Lee. Back to Boyle. Open 3. Bang! Maddie Boyle and Edward Jones 3. Back-to-back for she and Sutton.
Let's go. Getting fired up here, Matt. That's their fifth. Their 3 here in this second half.
Hodges far side. Works around one Lady Tiger. Now back to Fleming. 45-35. Fleming, nearly turned that over. Runs into Pritchett. Yep. That's going to be an offensive foul on Claire Fleming. That's her third now.
Good defense there by Pritchett. Just she planted the feet, absorbed the contact. You know, Courtney's having just a spectacular senior year. Here she is this afternoon, only 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, but she's doing all those little things, Matt, to contribute to success, and that was one of them that doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Now she's running a point.
Pritchett with the basketball brings Campbellsville ahead. Right side Boyle. She didn't need much more space to get that one off. Skip it.
She doesn't need
left
space.
Side Sutton can't shoot it. Now Boyle. Hall there. Again, a 2-3 look. Lindsay going to live by the sword and die by it. Here's Sutton. 3. In and out. It pops off. Campbellsville with another clean look. Long pass. Thomas catches. She goes off now to Gracie Borders, who entered a moment ago. 5'6" freshman guard from Russellville, Kentucky. Nice inside, pass. Patterson from Hodges gets 2 more, and it's back to an 8-point game. Single digits once again. Pritchett, right side, Sutton. They hit in the middle. This is Lee. Back out straight away. Pritchett, 3. That is well off the mark and out of bounds. So Lindsey Wilson has kind of made the decision. If Campbellsville's going to beat them, it's going to be from outside the block in the paint area. We get a timeout here as that ball goes out of bounds. This will bring us to a media timeout, 45-37. The score, Campbellsville leads by 8 points. Again, 4 minutes and 14 seconds remain in the third here on the CU Sports Network.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school.
We're more than our 80 major and postgraduate programs.
We're more than our 32 sponsored collegiate sports teams.
We're more than a student body with over 12,000 members.
We're more than our 9 locations spanning from Kentucky to California.
We're even more than our 117 years of academic excellence.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school. We are the generation that will build the future.
45-37 the score. Campbellsville leading Lindsey Wilson College here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Campbellsville re-enters the floor here with Lee, Flowers, Sutton, Boyle, and Wilkes. Lindsey Wilson will stand up around Coach John Wethington here. Lindsey Wilson without Jordan Stevens. Benji, she had left earlier this week, had scheduled a mission trip to Belize, and Stevens, wow, not here. 8 points a game, 5 rebounds that the Blue Raiders do not have at their disposal.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, Patterson's picking up in absence of Stevens.
Hodges, left side, Hall, 3, no good, long. Jerry Thomas there, and she misses the point-blank range putback. Those are the ones that you have to have trying to pull off the upset. Lee circles back out. And now a man look defensively, but nope.
Still zone.
Still zone. Patterson was giving chase. It made me think they might be man. Boyle to Lee.
Shoot that.
Here is Wilkes inside. Lee threads the needle, and Caitlin Wilkes tickles the twine, as they say.
You know, they're backing off Lauren right there, and she missed one earlier, but that time she threaded the needle to Wilkes.
Hodges in the middle. 47-37, Campbellsville by 10. Wilkes will run out at Hall. Thomas skips it right wing. Hodges won't shoot it. Borders back to Hodges. Straightaway 3. That is good for Amelia Hodges.
Wow. Lindsey Wilson has come to play here this afternoon. 6 of 13 from downtown.
Well, let's be honest. Right now, for the first time in a long time, is Lee going to drive in? She will take that floater here, and Lauren kind of throws her own hands up like, I don't know why I'm not doing that more often.
Well, I think she thought she may have got a little foul there, too, but there was a little incidental contact.
But I was going to say, after that Hodges threw, the first time in a long time these two teams have played, you get the feeling Lindsey Wilson thinks they can win.
Yes.
That has been a while.
It's been a while.
And Hodges here, she's feeling good. That 3 may have been deflected. Did Flowers get a hand on that? Thomas saves it in play. Hall picks it up. So,
shoot.
Lindsey going to have to fire one up. This is Hodges again. That one will go out of bounds. Borders saves it, but Campbellsville will get the possession as Wilkes grabbed another attempt to save it in play by Borders. The shot clock sounds. Campbellsville with a 9-point advantage and a chance to add. Again, the Lady Tigers have 6. Maddie Boyle will have to check out. I think Maddie's saying, nobody's telling me that
I'm supposed to go out.
So a lot of length out there right now with Hay, Flowers, and Wilkes for Campbellsville. Pettigo and Lee also out on the court. Right side, Pettigo. Out top, Lee. They've got Hay down in the end line. Hay finds Pettigo, needs help. Lee at the elbow, dribbles in, shot on the way, good. Lauren Lee second down in the middle of the lane the last few trips.
Yeah, and just like that, Lauren Lee with 9 points. 6 of them coming here in the second half. That and one opportunity there in the first half was her only points. They're going to give you that mid-range jumper. I like her taking it.
Here is Patterson drives in and around Flowers. She gets hit by someone.
I think they're going to get Flowers on that one.
So Flowers going to be called for the foul. Lucy Patterson will go to the free throw line first in the period on Campbellsville as a team. They lead by 11 with 1:46 to go.
Patterson is 73.5% free throw shooter on the year. She's had a really spectacular second half here, or third quarter.
Free throw is no good, but strong.
10 points and 7 boards. 3 assists also for Patterson in 26 minutes of play.
You know, you can't tell me 15 players in the league.
I agree, Matt.
Better than that young lady. Free throw here, good.
She likes playing here at probably played several games here in Bowling Green in this gym. Warren East.
I would think so. Here is Hay off the elbow. Now on around, they'll come to Pettigo. Lee out front. Hay in the middle, looking. Still looking, back out top, it's Lee. Ball fake, Lee gonna drive, some contact, ball ripped away as Fleming and Hall were there. Fleming gonna bounce, Patterson couldn't handle it cleanly and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah,
behind her.
I think there was one dribble too many there from Fleming to Patterson. That one more less dribble, I think she would have hit her in stride. That time she threw it behind her, and Campbellsville dodged a bullet there.
Flowers checking out as Pritchett re-enters for Campbellsville. Pritchett bounces. Lee in the middle has to hold on to that one. Now Pedigo needs some help. Long two for Whitney Hay. Left side. That is in and out. Patterson the rebound for Lindsey Wilson. It's a 10-point Campbellsville lead. Less than a minute to play in the third quarter. Fleming dribbling out front. Chased a bit by Lee. Patterson out front. She wants to work against Pritchett. Throws one up as she runs into Hay, and that shot good for Lucy Patterson. 8 points again, the margin. Campbellsville to the front court. Lee back to Pedigo. They want Wilkes, not there. Wilkes being held by Thomas, no call. Now out front again, Lee, left side, Pedigo. She'll drive in line. That is Hay. Hay into the middle. Thought about a little fall-away shot. Nearly lost her footing. Pritchett back. Hay driving, kicking. Lee straight away. Three on the way. Bang! Lauren Lee and Edward Jones pay out for CU. Wow. It extends it back to 11. 6 seconds. Here comes Fleming. Fleming lost the handle. Wilkes picks it up. Campbellsville going to eat it as they will not get a shot off to try to beat the buzzer and extend the lead. But the Lauren Lee, Edward Jones three will make it an 11-point basketball game heading to the fourth quarter. Campbellsville 10 minutes away from a finals matchup tomorrow with either Cumberland or Georgetown. We'll step away, take a break, come back for the fourth quarter. You're following Lady Tiger basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school.
We're more than our 80 major and postgraduate programs.
We're more than our 32 sponsored collegiate sports teams.
We're more than a student body with over 12,000 members.
We're more than our 9 locations spanning from Kentucky to California.
We're even more than our 117 years of academic excellence.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school. We are the generation that will build the future.
(54-43). Campbellsville leads Lindsey Wilson as we begin fourth quarter play. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly here with you. The Lady Tigers scored 22 points in that third quarter, Benji. 9 from Lauren Lee. She also credited with 4 third quarter assists, so she factored in at minimum 17 of the 22 Lady Tiger points in that third quarter.
Well, and that's what you want from your point guard. She's picking her poison, so to speak, the right opportunity, when to shoot the ball, when to pass the ball, and as a result, Campbellsville able to extend that lead by 3 more points to 11-point lead. They've won every quarter so far. Let's go ahead and win the fourth one here.
And Lee scored the last 7 for Campbellsville.
Did. And an assist, I believe, to Wilkes.
Lady Tigers on the hunt for more. Pritchett out to Pedigo. Lee again straight away. Here's Hay working. Guest picks her up. Hay behind the back, 8 to shoot. We're going to have a foul called here on Taylor Guest.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to call Janiah Davis.
It's been getting a little physical down there the last couple possessions.
Well, they had Jaree Thomas had held Wilkes earlier, and Caitlin kind of ripped herself away.
Well, once again, they're intentional, trying to keep it away from Wilkes. They want Campbellsville to shoot it from the perimeter, because right now Campbellsville, they did shoot the ball better that third quarter, but still struggling from downtown.
Lee bounces into Wilkes and has her. Here's Pritchett inside. That is Wilkes off the window. Good. Caitlin Wilkes with the hoop. Courtney Pritchett the helper. Lauren Lee, 3 of the 4 assists were on threes.
Yeah.
So
that's
doing
huge.
The math on that, Benji, that's 20 of the 22 she factored in.
The only other 2 was it a layup?
I'd have to go back and look. 56-43. It's a 13-point Campbellsville lead. Here is Davis out of the corner. Too strong. Rebound to Lauren Lee.
Big board for your point guard.
56-43. Campbellsville can extend. 16 was their largest. Edward Jones would like to match that here.
Well, they're in the house today.
They are in the house. Here, Lee out to Pritchett. Right side, Boyle. wouldn't let it ride. Pritchett, Boyle, Hay going to drive against Guess, spins, Guess fell down. Hay can't hit the bunny. Wilkes the rebound. Patterson goes down. That ball falls off. Somebody take the lid off down there. 2 really good looks for CU.
Wow. Both of those were in and out.
Back the other way. The only shot Lauren did not factor in was the drive by Bailey Pettigo.
Okay,
She had walked once trying it, then
that was it.
Foul number 32, Courtney Pritchett, her second.
So Pritchett's second, first on Campbellsville. Out front, this is Guess. 8 minutes and 15 seconds to play. Guess at the free throw line, works against Hay. Shot good for Taylor Guess as Hay kind of got onto the hip. Guess stopped just enough to let Hay fly by and pours in 2. Right wing Boyle. Out front Pritchett. Boyle bluffs the shot. Back to Pritchett. Inside Lee. Hay wants Wilkes. Lee again, 12 seconds to shoot. She'll drive and kick. Pritchett right side, 3 on the way. Bang! Courtney, swish it!
Wow. Another assist from Lauren Lee, the penetration and the kick out. This Campbellsville team is playing much more aggressively here in this second half. Not settling for the deep shots, but they're getting the deep shots by the penetration.
Patterson working around defenders, blocked by a combo of Hay and Pritchett. Boyle comes out of the pack with it. Boyle wraps it back to Hay, and now we've got steps called on.
Not a walk.
Whitney Hay, I didn't see a walk myself.
That's not a walk.
Hay going to check out. Bertram back in for Campbellsville. Wilkes will check out as Maddie Boyle will exit. The Lady Tigers looking for win number 27 on the season. They are 7 minutes and 15 seconds away from that, leading by 14. Hall out front, Hodges back to Hall. Out top, Guess. Now to Thomas. She'll take the inline jumper. That is over everything. Guess the rebound. Offensive putback good. It's going to be an and-1 for Taylor Guess. The foul will go against Elizabeth Bertram down inside. Bert's first. 2 on Campbellsville as a club. 7 minutes even on the clock here in the Stuttle Financial Arena at Bowling Green High School. Guess makes the free throw. Right side, Pettigo. Out front, Pritchett. Back to Bailey Pettigo on the right wing. Wanted that free throw line touch for Lee. Now they've got her a bit extended. Here's Pritchett again. Bertram flashing left side. Pritchett out top, Lee. Ball fake, drives middle, bounces. That is Luby. And it's tied up by Patterson. Ball goes out of bounds. The double thumbs, I believe, will favor Lindsey Wilson.
Well, it was the right pass there, but it was just good defense from Lindsey on Patterson reaching. Was it Patterson? Yeah, Patterson reaching in there and tying up Luby.
Left side on the wing is Hall. Now Guess. Out to Hodges. In line. Thomas, Hodges, Guess, Hall. I thought Hall was open. Probably should have shot that. Out top, Guess is going to have a look. 3 on the way, good for Taylor Guess. And all of a sudden, back to single digits again at 8 points.
This Lindsey Wilson team's not going away, Matt. They are playing with some confidence right now.
Just over 6 minutes to play. Bertram bounces out to Pritchett. Pettigo. Out top, Lee. Lee wants somebody to come middle, I think. Pritchett, 1 dribble. Back to Bailey Pettigo, 9 to shoot. Lee on the bounce. Out. Pettigo feeding. Luby, it's knocked away by Thomas with 3 on the shot clock. And that may actually benefit Campbellsville here.
Yeah, they've got some quick hitters on the out-of-bounds play that they can go to. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a quick hitter to Luby.
Lindsey Throw the D up for 3 seconds,
Boyle.
and there it is. Boyle, they lost her. Boyle stopped right there off the left side of the lane for an easy pitch in off the window.
Yeah, they score so many times off out-of-bounds plays.
Another assist for Lauren Lee. Ball knocked away by Luby. Boyle has it. Long pass, and Hodges fouls Maddie Boyle.
Good job by Kayla Luby anticipating that cross-court skip pass.
61-51. Campbellsville leads by 10 with 5:26 to play. Right side, Pedigo. Pritchett. Back to Bailey Pedigo. Now Lee out. This is Pedigo straight away. Three on the way. Get in there. It won't. Rebound to Jeree Thomas. Hodges shovels it back to Patterson. Decks it. Going to take the pull-up J. No good. Too strong. Long rebound hauled in by Wilkes. Pedigo shovels back. Pritchett. Wilkes. Three. That is too long. Patterson the board. 4:50 remaining. Still a 10-point contest. Hodges back and forth with Hall. Hall bluffs or thought about it and called for steps, and Wilkes flashed Benji and forced the little shuffle of the feet there. This brings us to a media timeout with 4:32 to play in the basketball game. Campbellsville leads by 10, 61-51. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
We are Kentucky Broadcasters, your hometown radio and television stations. We bring you breaking news. We keep you safe. We serve your community in good times and in bad. Your local broadcasters are always there. We are deeply rooted in your small towns and your big cities. We champion a strong sense of civic pride, no matter how we connect. Over the air, online, and on your device. We are Kentucky Broadcasters. There when it matters.
(61-51) the score. Campbellsville leads Lindsey Wilson College with 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the basketball game. The Lady Tigers inching closer to a Mid-South Conference Finals matchup tomorrow evening with either Cumberland's or Georgetown. Their last Mid-South Conference championship win was a victory over Jeff Nickel in Georgetown. That was that his first or second year after taking over the program?
I think it may have been his first year. Yeah, because I believe it was.
And Freed Hardman, did they beat Cumberland's last year in the finals?
They did.
So we'll have a new champion this year. We know that much, as Freed Hardman cannot.
Nope, they cannot
win the championship for the second consecutive year. Pedigo bounces out to Pritchett. Boyle. Inside. Wilkes in some traffic, throws one up. Shot no good. We get a whistle here underneath. Is Patterson going to be called for the foul? No, they're going to get Thomas from behind on the push. A lot of traffic down in there.
Well, you know, Matt, this is only our second free throw attempt all game. When's the last time that's happened?
Well, we have shot a lot of threes, but then we've scored a ton of points in the paint as well. So it's kind of
Lauren Lee with that first free throw in the first half on the and one opportunity, and Wilkes here with 2 attempts.
Second for Wilkes is good, so she gets both. 63-51. It's a dozen. Wilkes creeping close to 20 points now. She's at 19 for the ball game. Patterson in the middle, free throw line, rips to the right, cut off by Pritchett. Yes, bluffs the shot, gets around Wilkes. Jumper on the end line, good, as Pritchett couldn't quite get there in time. Nice movement from Taylor Guest to free herself up for 2. 10 points again, 3:45 to go as Pritchett catches. Campbellsville with their starting group out on the court. Out top, Pedigo, left side, Boyle. Pedigo again. Here's Lee out. Boyle is wide open. 3. Bang! Maddie Boyle with another Edward Jones 3 for Campbellsville, her third of the day.
That's a big-time bucket right there. Good penetration and a kick out again to Boyle.
Hodges catches. It's a baker's dozen, the lead for CU. Hodges works around Boyle. Back to Patterson. Jumper on the way. No good. Hodges, the rebound as she flies into Boyle. Boyle went down, but the foul's actually going to be called underneath.
On Pettigo. Pettigo was blocking out, but I think she had her arm hooked around her, was holding. Coach Wethington said, yeah, it's a little trick move we've got.
3:07 to play. Baseline out of bounds opportunity underneath for Lindsey. Hall pitches it into Guess. Knocked out of her arms by Pettigo. It'll stay with Lindsey Wilson. 3 seconds runs off the shot clock. Hodges. Out top to Patterson. Left corner, this is Hodges. Out front, Guess. She's open for 3. That is no good. Short. Longboard climbs over Wilkes right to Patterson. Here's a 3 from Hodges. That is good. So Amelia Hodges with the answer.
Well, this Lindsey Wilson team's not going away, Matt. Shooting the ball really well from downtown.
Boyle left side. She's going to try another one. Won't here. Lee circles. Has some room. Pritchett corner. 3, no good. Hodges the board for Lindsey Wilson. She'll come the other way. Hall, she has room on the wing left side. 3, short, long rebound to Lee. 1-on-1 with she and Sydney Hall. Lee, bump, contact, shot won't go, but Lauren Lee will take a trip to the free throw line as Sydney Hall does enough to force Lee to come up empty.
Well, and that foul right there, 2-shot attempt from Lauren, but that puts Campbellsville back in the bonus. Well, actually, the first time they've been in the bonus all day with 2:19 to go. So you got to think here shortly that Lindsey Wilson's going to have to start fouling to shorten this game.
Lindsey stayed in that zone most of the day.
Most of the day, yeah. Certainly. No, that's, yeah, and Campbellsville in the zone, so that's why there's not many foul calls.
Free throw here from Lee is good, so she gets 1 of 2. The second makes an 11-point ball game. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to play. Guests on the wing. Out front, Hall. Hodges spinning. Pressured by Lee. Thomas has it blocked by Wilkes. And Jerry Thomas tried to shoot. I don't even, was that going to be a 3?
It was a 3, yeah. Okay. And Caitlin was out there and was just able to get a hand on it. Big time play by the senior.
Lee right side, Pritchett. Campbellsville willing to run some clock here, and Lindsey maybe tries to play one more stop out, and then they're going to have to try to foul, and that surprises me down to 7 seconds.
Yeah, let 23 seconds go off, and you foul one of your best free throw shooters in Lauren Lee, although she's the only one that's missed here today. 2 of 3 from the line.
Lauren Lee at the line.
But all in all, she's a 77% free throw shooter. Those are good numbers.
Lee with 13 points. Make it 14. She's got 6 rebounds today and 7 helpers. 2 steals for Lee.
Well, that third quarter, Matt, as you said, 20 of the 22 points she attributed either scoring or through assist.
Gets both here.
That's what you want from your point guard.
Big second half for the junior point guard of Casey County High School. 69-56.
And then you got Sutton coming off the bench, playing some 11 minutes and getting 9 points. Those 3-pointers were coming at a big time for Campbellsville when Sutton was able to knock them down.
69-56. Campbellsville maybe a stop away here from celebration mode. It's a 13-point lead.
And notice that Campbellsville went to man-to-man here.
Maddie Nally checked in for Wilkes. Fleming out front. Now Hodges, she'll try the 3 over Pettigo. It will go out of bounds, and that may be just enough for the Lady Tigers to secure a victory here with 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining. changes for CU as
offense for defense.
Yep, Sutton and Wilkes re-enter. Pedigo and Nally check out. Lindsay going to step up and pressure the ball a bit. Boyle and Lee will walk it ahead, and I don't believe the Blue Raiders will foul either. They are going to pressure, try to get a turnover, but now they are going to be called for a foul as Patterson gets a piece of Sutton as she was trying to get to that trap and keep Sutton from getting rid of the ball.
Well, Sarah Sutton here, chance for double figures. She makes one of
free throw good for Sutton.
Great game from her.
It's just free and easy. I mean, as soon as she catches on a free throw, there's no wasted time. It's a couple of dribbles, and then boom, that ball was, money. That's put a quarter in status right there.
Absolutely.
Sutton and Wilkes check out. Flowers and Nally back in. 71-56. So after all of that, Lindsey Wilson had this back to, I think, 6 points. Campbellsville a digit off of their largest lead today. Final score won't reflect the effort of Lindsey Wilson. Here is Hall driving. Floater over Pritchett will fall through. So back to a 13-point game. Blue Raiders give chase. Now they look like they do want to foul. Lee. And now John Wethington says no foul. Lee to Pritchett. About 17 seconds, the differential between the shot clock and game clock, so the Lady Tigers will have to fire one up. Pritchett stopping. Inside, Nally cutting in line off the window. Good. 73-58 to score, and that will probably finish up Campbellsville's scoring in this semifinal matchup. Patterson going to try the three. That is too strong. Rebound to Maddie Boyle, and the Lady Tigers will cross the timeline, and they will dribble it out. The Lady Tigers with the victory advance to tomorrow evening's Mid-South Conference Championship game as they will take on either Cumberland's or Georgetown. Campbellsville now 27-1 on the season. The Blue Raiders fall to 19-11. They're going to be a tough out in the national tournament for whoever finds them in their pod in a few weeks, or a few days, I should say.
Thursday evening, I believe.
Thursday evening, all that is released, so we'll be standing by, watching eagerly. Campbellsville with one more game to take place before they turn their sights on the national tournament release. And again, that is tomorrow evening at 6 Eastern, 5 Central, as they will recognize a player of the game. For my money, that would be number 5. Wilkes also had a terrific game.
Yeah, well, I think they're going to probably give it to Wilkes.
Let's see where they go.
Nope, Lauren Lee. Good job. 6 boards. Wow. Yep. Your point guard. Yep. Let's go. Good job, Lauren.
Yeah, Lee was really...
second half. She took over.
And we talked about Patterson. Patterson finishes with 2 double-doubles in this tournament. Yep. They lose here today, but I thought a snub on the conference team. Remember a few years back, Ashley McGeorge was snubbed, and she came
got
out
player
most
of the game.
player.
Yeah, exactly.
So interesting there. But anyway, the Lady Tigers will take to the court tomorrow at 6 Eastern, 5 Central to battle either Cumberland's or Georgetown. And I'm going to sit back and check out this game of these two teams that will come up here in a moment as Ginger High Colvin will make her way up for our post-game interview.
Yeah, here she comes.
As Coach heads up. For Campbellsville today, they finish 43% from the field, 43.8% from the field. 28 of 64, 9 of 27 from three-point range, 33%, 8 of 9 at the free throw line, 88.9%. For Lindsey Wilson, they finished 41.8% from the floor overall today, 8 of 23 from deep, 34.8%, and 4 of 7 at the free throw line as the head coach joins me. These Mid-South Conference tournament games never easy, Coach. You get to the semifinals via a bye. I don't know if that's good or bad. You kind of cut your teeth in that first round sometimes, but you get the bye. A spirited effort by Lindsey Wilson. I thought your team showed a lot of grit, though, to fight off an up-and-coming Blue Raider club.
Well, and like you said, it's a blessing and a curse. It's really good to not have that extra game and not play. Everybody knows that, but it is when you come into that first round of conference tournament. It's your first feel here, and I know we've got veterans, but still, it's kids and it's tournament time. And I know you sit and know Lindsey's going to come in there and pack it in on you and dare you to shoot it. So John had a great game plan, and his kids, I think, are playing extremely well right now. They're a national tournament team, and we can all get out of this conference and get away from each other, hopefully, and the Mid-South can do well.
Kaylin Wilkes paced you guys early, 19 points for the ball game from Wilkes, but she was in double figures pretty quickly. Intentionally, you were able to get the ball to her and have her start fast, and certainly we've seen that a lot, and here in this tournament, she's got a knack for it.
Yeah, and and that was with them packing it on her. I felt like we did a good job getting her the ball early, and she made some easy baskets early, so that helped her. But, we're excited about just getting a win, and I think against a really good Lindsey Wilson team. They're a young team, but they play so hard. They don't quit, as you saw today, and John always has a really good game plan.
Lauren Lee, at halftime, I think, had 3 points and no assists. She finishes with 15 points and 7 assists. I don't know if you even know this or realize this in the moment. In the third quarter, you scored 22 points. Lauren Lee scored or assisted on 20 of the 22 points. The only basket she did not was a driving Bailey Pedigo layup where Bailey took off and went the lane and scored 2. But, I mean, what a performance from her in the second half.
Yeah, we switched and put her at the free throw line at the beginning of the half and just let her catch and go to work because they were kind of daring us to beat you from that area. And because we, obviously we put Sarah out there today because they packed it in. And, if you've got Mabel, Sarah, Elizabeth Bertram, those kids that can stand out there and shoot it. Bert didn't shoot it well early. Sarah did was able to hit a couple. But when Lauren got in there, she just mixed it up, and I thought did a great job finding her post and a great job scoring right there at that little elbow mid-range area.
Boyle and Sutton kind of cheat codes. And, again, you can throw Bertram and some other young ladies into that category. But when you can throw them into the game and stretch that defense, it all works together in perfect harmony, with Wilkes and Luby inside and some of the shooters that can stretch and Lee's ability to drive. And I thought today there were certainly periods of this ball game where you were able to get them out there, and Sutton really drew a lot of attention in her time on the floor. Yeah,
but if you know anything about Sarah Sutton, she's going to draw attention, and so much credit to her. And I think for her standards, she probably didn't shoot it as well as she normally shoots it, but she's been in this stage. She's been on this stage several times, and she's hit big shots several times, so I'm very confident putting her in a game like the game that we put her in today, and I thought she played outstanding minutes. And then Maddie Bull obviously always comes to play, and she did an outstanding job as well.
You get a little over 24 hours to kind of sit back and rest and prepare. I know you'll take this game in, and it's an interesting spot. You'll sit and watch, but at this point, you've seen both of these teams twice. You've seen them multiple times as you scout other teams, and you said it at the top of this interview here, it'll be good to get out of conference play. Mm-hmm. There's really no secrets at this stage. National tournament coming up. Yeah. You can finally get back to some of the things that are more enjoyable than playing in this league, but this should be a heavyweight bout.
It is a heavyweight bout. This is a national tournament game today that we're getting ready to watch between Cumberlands and Georgetown, and it's a national tournament game, probably a Sweet 16, Elite 8, even farther than that type of game. They're both teams that are extremely loaded, and tomorrow when we play, it'll be a national tournament game. And so we don't get that easy, first, second round conference game or even that easy conference bid. It's a dogfight, and we'll just hope to don't really know who we'll get, but whoever we get, we'll have our hands full. There's no doubt about it.
And I hope we have an extended conversation on Tuesday or Wednesday for the coaches show, but I do want to congratulate you on the Conference Coach of the Year
Thank you.
honor. Going undefeated in this league is no small task. And you
Right.
and Hootie she was recognized as the assistant of the year. A lot of hours go into that. It doesn't just start now. You go all the way back to the recruiting trips and all the things that lead up to. It's a culmination type of deal.
Yeah, there's so much
congratulations.
on the floor and off the floor stuff, but probably the most important award for our team is the Assistant Coach of the Year award, and everybody knows Hootie's what makes us tick, and we're so blessed with her. So yeah, it's great for me, but let's just call a spade and bump that toward her. She does an outstanding job.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win. Best of luck tomorrow evening.
Thank you. Appreciate it.